What's up, guys? It's your boy Samueltochi, and I've gotten several questions from a lot of people, even from my newbie students too. Like on this trade I took of this point here, that the signal I gave for them to sell of these points. This one is to 8 risk to reward. Yeah, from this trade here that I sent to that I gave to my students, the signal I gave to my students. So I've gotten a lot of questions because I sent that signal when the market was at this point here, and it took almost a week before this trade setup clearly happened. It took a week from this point here. Remember, this is a 4-hour time frame, so 6 candle in a 4-hour time frame makes one day. If you should calculate it, 6 times 4, it should be 24. So that is 24 hours in a day. So it took 1 week because this point was on Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday when this I gave 31st of August as Wednesday. So straight to this point here, 05. This should be on Tuesday. Then this whole setup happened on the 6th. From there to here before it hit our TP. It took a whole 1 week from that is last week ago. That's when I sent this signal, last 2 weeks. Yeah, so it took this long, sorry, last 2 weeks or so, if I'm not mistaken, or beyond self. So I finally said, okay, yeah, let me try to answer that question. Now they were asking, this is the question they asked that, okay, so it doesn't mean that from this point straight to this point where this delay was happening, we were to stay silent or without trading, you understand? Should we they were asking, should we go look for other setups, or should we just sit and wait for the setup? Now, this is it. This pattern that I this trade setup that I sent here is more like a swing style of trading, but it's a very high probability trade, you understand? And it doesn't mean that in between this period here, this from this point here to this point, that there is no other setup. There are different other setups here, different other opportunities to trade off the market, which I'm going to be explaining in today's video. So you need to sit back and watch this video from the beginning to the end, from the start to the end, so as to understand everything. So from this point here, when I send that signal to this point, because I said it should come down to this level, bounce off this zone or this trend line here, then go up to retest, change this previous support to resistance before dropping here. So from that point here to this point, there are other trading setups, you understand? And I won't be explaining how gold moves and the patterns and what happens good, but I'm just going to show one pattern here. And if you are still yet to watch my video, my full gold let me say a video I made on gold, majorly on the strategy I use, but it's not a full detailed video on the whole strategy, but it contains all the patterns good moves in, you understand? And if you should watch this video, you should have a clear understanding of how gold works perfectly, you understand? How it moves, the patterns, the wave format, the different types of patterns the gold works in, you understand? So I explained it. So this is one of the major wave formats that gold moves in, you understand? Changing the previous resistance to support, or vice versa in the opposite direction, that is in a downtrend, changing the previous resistance to changing the previous support to resistance, but from this point it changed the resistance to support in an uptrend. So this is majorly the pattern that happened here. You see, let me bring off my, you see the market gold, this was a recent low it created, it came, break that level, created a new low, went up to retest, yeah, then came back again to break this recent low here, came up now to change that recent low now to resistance before dropping again, because this is where we said our TP should be, because there's a trend line here. So before it started changing, and we entered for a buy from this point, because from that signal I said we should sell off to this point, then buy once it's to this level, once it's at this level, and our TP was at this psychological level. Yeah. So this is the breakdown. You can see the wave format. You can see the wave format that gold works in. You understand? So I sense this signal. So now I was asked if we should just wait for this setup to happen, or is there other trading opportunities that we should take? Yeah, there are other trading opportunities here. There are other trading opportunities here. Let me clean the chart. So there are other trading opportunities from this point. Let me bring a box to draw it from this point here to when this candle that went up to hit that level. So let me draw a box so as to differentiate it. Let me delete this. So there are other trading opportunities. Since I sent the signal from this level, I said, okay, it should drop to this level. Then what you should be expecting now is going to the little time frame to look for this pattern, on that little time frame. You understand? So we know now that the market from this point should be going down. So it's like a sell signal now. Now it should go to the lower time frame, look for that pattern here. And from this point where we know that it's a buy, then we should now look for a buy setup. Now this is the 4-hour time frame. So we should go now to a 1-hour time frame. This the 1-hour time frame here. 1-hour time frame. So this is that level here. So you see from this point here, is it here? Let me zoom it a little bit so you have a clear view of what's happening here. So this is it. So you could see how the market moved from that point this week, went up, came down again, went up, came back. All these places, there are trading opportunities now. It might not look clear yet, but since you know now, okay, it's going down, straight up, it's going down. So what you should do now is go to, let's say, the 15-minute hour entry candle to look for a good trading setup. But okay, let me to look for a good trading setup. So this is that point here. So if you notice now from this, the wave format I explained earlier, everything that I explained on that video. So you should go now. If you haven't watched this video, just go watch this video now to have a full understanding of what I'm going to explain here. So you can see how the market moved, came back, went up again, retest, fell, just did all that retracement here. This was a recent low here. It created at this point. Apart from this spike, the recent one it did before going up, falling, and if you should go to the 15 minutes, you should see this thing very clearly, this retracement here before it shot up. So this the recent high here, or should I say low at this point here. Let me try it off here. At this point, so what I'll be expecting is, since it broke this level, this recent low here, it broke it. It didn't just go up and start doing its thing. Since it broke it here, I'll be waiting for the market to come change this previous support to resistance. Then once it comes to do that, then I will look for a shorting position at the center of there, looking for and a little bit above the box. And our TP should be at this trend line here. You can see the risk to reward, very good risk to reward. Apart from the bigger one we were looking for, you could see the risk to reward there. 1:9. Sometimes we give for the trade a breathing space, because you could see the stop loss points here. You can see the stop loss and the TP. So a good 1:9 risk to reward at this point. Now you see a good trading setup in between the one I sent now. So apart from that, now since it hit our TP, so we will be expecting a buy at this point. And if you look at this level, this was the recent low it created, and the market started changing in direction, creating new lows here, like a new higher low, creating it. It didn't come back to break this level, telling us that it's continuing. It started breaking the structure here, telling us that the trade is changing. So if you should go now, I won't just stay and start entering off or start predicting the market. I will go now to a bigger time frame to see what's happening. If the market is truly changing, you could see now this was the recent high it created here. The recent high it created. So I'll expand that. I'll expand that level. You should go watch that video so as to get a clear understanding of what to do. Expand it. So if it comes to now break this previous high it creates here, breaks it, then I'll wait for the market to now change this previous resistance to support, then I'll enter for a buy. I'll enter from a little time frame, but this is what I'll do. And you see how the market played out. Since I know now from this level we should be looking for a buy, from this level we were looking for a sell. So now from this point you see it came back, and our TP shouldn't be beyond this psychological level, and our stop loss a little bit below the box. You see it's a good one, is to 6 risk to reward trade, and you see how it played out. So you see the pattern, how good moves in these similar patterns and other forms of pattern. And the same thing happened there when it reached here. For those that didn't catch it from this point, waited for it to create a new low, went up, break that level. Now what they will do is, for those that came in late, they will draw a zone there, wait for the market to now come back to change this previous support to resistance. They enter from there and sold from this point to this level. The same thing again, vice versa. So you see now, you can't say, okay, so it means there are no other trading opportunities in between those period of time. There are other trading opportunities. You see, we took good setup. The one for, let's say we took one trade the week I sent it, and another the new week before this particular stuff happened. You see two good trading setups, two good trade that went in our directions. You understand? So it doesn't mean that there are no other setups in between those days. There are other trading opportunities in between them. It's just that you might either be blind to it, or it might be happening in your face and you are not aware. So you see, all what I did in this video here, I already explained them here and beyond. Even did a live back testing here with those strategy. So just go watch that video. So that's it, guys, on today's video. I'm just making it short and brief and straight to the point. If you're still here to subscribe to my YouTube channel, yeah, you see my YouTube channel, go search for it, Samueltochi, or just hit the subscribe button, like, comments here, because I should be posting this video too on YouTube too, and also my Instagram page. And do well to follow me on all across all social medias at Samueltochi_NG. And I will do well to keep posting good educational content like this, even far beyond this. I will keep making sure that I give out the knowledge that was impacted in me. Yeah. So see you guys on the next video.